everyone! Today I'm going to be following this TikTok challenge to make an owl house OC. And the first thing on the list is female, so I'm going to be using this Abby Abominable doll. I'm going to paint her like this bluish purple. I really have no other reason to do this other than I wanted to, and the body and head are two completely different textures, and she has this weird gross thing on her arm. I don't know what it is. I received her that way. I got her off eBay. I've just been trying my best not to touch it, honestly. After she's all painted, I go in with a blue pastel to blush her face and also her hands. I don't blush anywhere else because she's gonna be covered up by her school uniform anyway. Skipping over the hair real quick, we're gonna go on to the face, and she has to have birthstone colored eyes. I also paint her nails in real quick here. My birthstone is a diamond. I probably could have just left her eyes completely white, but I didn't really want to do that because it felt a bit lazy, honestly. So I gave her these very, very, very light blue eyes. They're so light, actually, that they do not show up on camera. Or at least not on film. After outlining her eyes, you can see them much better, and by that I mean you can see them, period. Moving on to her lips, I mistakenly used a red color hoping it would make her lips look cold, but it made them look really bad, so I just switched to a dark blue, and added in her fangs that her molding suggests that she has. And then I add in her eyebrows, which are black, so you now know what her hair color is going to be. Next on the list is short, natural colored hair. The only real natural color I have is black, so I'm going to use that. And I'm going to section it off to give her a sort of side-shaved hairstyle. So I first color in this part, and then I start making some flocking to go in those areas. I didn't color in the entire head at first because I wanted to be able to differentiate where this flocking will go. After the glue has dried for the flocking, I paint the rest of the scalp black and stick on all of her hair. I'm not giving her a part or bangs, so I blend in the front using some loose hair. For her uniform, she's either going to be in the Bard, Beastkeeping, or Abomination track, and no, I am not allowed to mix these. I'm going to be using these two t-shirts. One is slightly darker than the other, and I'm going to be reusing the skirt and top pattern that I have, because it's just the easiest for me, and it makes the uniform. For her cowl, I use the same skirt pattern and make a hood for it. And then for the legs and sleeves, she's in the Beastkeeping track, so orange. I sew the top at the shoulders, then add the sleeves, turn that all right side out, and put that on the inside of the skirt, and sew along that end. And then I add her belt, and for her cowl, it's really easy. I just make the hood, and then sew that straight onto the shawl part, and then I add a snap onto it, and this yellow button, since that is on the actual design. For her leggings, also self-explanatory, I just sew them together, and then turn them right side out, which ended up being a mistake, and I turned them back inside out, and then sew them to each other. For her shoes, I take Abby's old shoes, paint them white, and then give them a new paint job. I didn't actually show most of the process because I didn't feel like filming that day. I'm sorry. I was just really unmotivated and tired. I was actually really unmotivated throughout this whole project, so it took quite a while to do actually. For her talisman, she has a mammal talisman, so I'm going with a little Arctic fox. I also didn't film most of this process either. Also, I suck at sculpting, just a heads up. It's not actually going to look like a fox. It's going to look like some creature that looks like a cross between a fox and maybe a cat. I paint the staff portion of it black, go over the whole fox part with white, and then add details in a light gray. And then she's done. I've decided that her name is Skylar. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have a whole lot of motivation while making this doll. The face alone took me 2 days to do just because I kept laying down and then passing out in bed. I don't think I'll do a challenge like this again, but I do like how she turned out. It just wasn't a whole lot of fun for me. See ya!